Hi you guys, it's been a while. So today we're going to be making a simple skirt. So to get started, we're going to put down our vertical measurements, which is our waistline, hip line, skirt length, and 2 inches for folding allowance. Oh my god, why do I sound so excited? So for my waist, I divided it by 4, got my measurement, and added 1 inch to it for dart. So for my dart intake, I'm coming in by 4 inches, and I'm going to mark ½ inch on both sides of that mark that I just made. And then I'm going to come down by 5 or 4.5 inches if you wish, and I'm going to mark that 4 inches again on that place, just to make sure my line is straight. So I'm going to connect it to that mark I just made, and that's going to form the dart leg. So for my hip measurement, I'm just going to get my normal hip measurement, and then I'm going to divide it by 4. So my hip measurement is 40, and I'm dividing it by 4, and that's giving me 10. If you're working with a stretchy fabric at this point, you could take out ½ inch, or you could take out 1 inch, and I just mark that there. So to get the bottom of our skirt, we're going to take out 1.5 inches from that measurement that we just took down, and we're going to mark it. And now I'm going to get my curved ruler, and I'll connect it, or you could connect it with your hand anyhow you want it, as long as you're going to get your desired curve. So for the bottom of my skirt, I'm just going to cut it out. I'm just going to trim it out and fold it up, and then I'm going to trace it so that I don't get that folding when I'm folding my skirt, so that it's easier for me to fold. So now I'm just going to close my dart leg, and I'm going to get started with my back pattern. So my back pattern, I took down the same measurement that I did for the front. The only difference is I added 1 inch allowance for the zipper, which is like basic sewing knowledge. So I'm going ahead to input the same measurements. I've already drawn my darts. I'm going ahead to input the same measurements I did from the front to the back. The only difference here now is zip allowance, and as you can see, I'm marking everything from that line I took out for our zip allowance. I'm just going to come in on my zip allowance line, that line that I marked. I came in by 0.75 inches, and I'm adding that back. If the sketch you're making is for a smaller person, you could just go in by ½ inch, but if the person is on the bigger side, you could go in by 1.5 or 1 inch, and that's just to make provision for the bum of the person. So after that, I came down by like 7 inches, 6 inches is fine, and then I'm just going to connect that line, and I'm just going to connect all the markings that I made, and I'm going to cut out my pattern, and I'll start cutting. My band measurement is my waist measurement. That's the width is my waist measurement plus 3 inches, and then the length is just 4 inches. 4 inches is fine, or if you're doing a big band, you could do however you like. So but 4 inches is fine for a normal band. Now I have gone ahead to cut out my skirt pattern for both the front and the back. I've gone ahead to cut it out on fabric. I added the needed allowance. I added 1 inch because I'm not turning with lining, so 1 inch is going to be just fine for my sewing allowance, and then I added allowance to my waistline for provision to join my band. So guys, I'm going to close my zip allowance line now. I'm just going to close that by 1 inch so that I'll be able to join my front and back pattern together. So you could sew all the way from the top to the bottom if you like, but if not, you could just go down by 7 inches or 8 inches, which is like, where you want your zipper to start and where you want it to stop. So you could just take down that measurement and you sew from there with 1 inch allowance. And that's what I'm doing here. 6 inches is fine for your back vent, so that your skirt wouldn't limit your movement. I'm going to pin it down, and then I'm going to sew it down with 1 inch on both sides, because that's the measurement I took out for my sewing allowance. So guys, I'm going to attach my band now. I'm going to do this rough attaching because I'm just going to weave it down. But if you want a neater joining, you could use another method, and I will drop a tutorial, although I have a tutorial down already on how you could do nice finishing for your band. So now I'm folding my the bottom of my skirt. I'm hemming it, and I'm just folding it twice with 1 inch because I put in 2 inches measurement, 2 inches allowance for my skirt folding. I don't know why my machine thread keeps cutting. I hate this part of sewing. When your machine starts acting up and you actually need to work, that's like really annoying. So to attach my zipper, guys, I changed my regular sewing foot to a zipper foot, and that's what I always use to attach my zipper because I don't like stress normally. So yeah. So I'm just going to sew that down, and so I'm just going to sew this down, and I'm going to do the same on the other side, and then I'm going to fold in my zipper, and I'm going to trim it out, and that way my zipper is attached already. So guys, as you can see, this tutorial is really beginner friendly, and I really love it if you subscribe to my channel and turn on post notification, engage my posts and everything. It's been a while I posted here on YouTube because I've been kind of busy with school and other things, but I'll try to remain consistent, or I'll try to stay consistent. I haven't even really been consistent, but you get what I mean. I'll just try to keep posting even if it's short and all of that, but it's not even easy to actually film because it's a lot when you're working and then you're filming while you're working. That's like a lot. So to close our back vent, I'm going to iron it down. I'm going to be using my hemming gum, and I'm just going to attach it to the both sides of my zipper allowance, and I'm going to press it down. That's how I usually hem my skirts or whatever that's how I usually close my vent or fold my vent, because it's really simple and easy, and I don't like stress as usual. So guys, this is the result of our skirt. So I love the outcome, and it's ideal as a lady to have a skirt in your wardrobe. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.